Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Evangelist getting in close and personal with you, because we're taking a look at the Dark God of Chaos, and by taking a look at, I mean we're building parts of the Dark God of Chaos, Unicron, Gaia Unicron, Unicron. Here he is with his huge, impressive wingspan, but we're going to be more focused on everything from the waist down. His groin, his boots, his toes, and all of his impressive part count there, because that's where all the V-building happens, ladies and gentlemen. Except for the insides of his legs, but I'll tell you about that later on. So let's get going and build us some Bogu. So this poor little guy, his name is Bogu. Aside from the fact that his name sounds like just some kind of vulgarity, think about the nature of the Arms Micron. Now, the Arms Micron, right, as far as we know, they are Transformers weapons that, due to the effects of mutated Energon and fuel and stuff that came from the planet Earth, those Arms Microns have become fully fledged little Transformers. They have their own personalities, they can think for themselves, and they carry on this secret war of hosting a talk show. At least I think that's the secret war they're hosting. They're pretty much mutated by Energon, but they're Transformers weapons, and they carry on in secret. Now, poor Bogu here is Unicron's Arms Micron. So one of the key points of an Arms Micron whose owner is actually on screen in the show is that the owner has no idea that they're an Arms Micron. Only the Arms Micron Transformers who aren't on the show have any idea who these guys are, i.e. Swerve. So this poor little dude, I mean, maybe there's a whole bunch of him, but the implication to me is that Unicron is basically, like, shedding tons of Bogus everywhere. Or Bogu is, like, some chunk of Unicron that was mutated by maybe the Dark Energon in him, I don't know. And he's... The poor little guy is trapped in this role of being Unicron's Spike. And, just think about what kind of life that is. Or think about what this character would be like, where his whole nature is that he is a piece of this Dark God of Chaos, who's become sentient all in of itself. This poor little dude probably has a hell of a story to tell, and unfortunately, I feel we're never gonna find out what that story is. I don't even know if this guy has shown up in that Arms Micron theater or whatever it's called. And I think that's a shame. I think delving into the character of Bogu, Bogu the Mogura, that would be real interesting. He's also really easy to build because he's done. We got to put a sticker on him still, but poor little Bogu the Mogura. Just his life, man. If he has the same origin as the other Arms Microns, he is potentially one of the most interesting characters in all of Toransu Forma's Puraimu. And, I think it's a waste that we're never going to get to explore that. I mean, like I said, what if the Bogu are actually this whole community of little sentient creatures who they're wondering who they are and why they exist. And what they actually are basically a bunch of pieces of Unicron that fell off of him. They're like the discarded skin cells of Unicron. And that would be kind of cool. I mean, granted, that would kind of tap into the Armada Minicon origin, or the Micron Densetsu Micron no origin, Tamashi something. But food for thought, ladies and gentlemen, because Bogu is done. I'm confident that eye sticker is probably going to fall off at some point, but we'll find out. I worry about its adhesion to the sculpt. I worry greatly. I might have to superglue that later. Anyway, let's move on to Unicron stickers. The stickers of Unicron, almost as potent as the blood of Unicron. I'm going to mention right now, there are Decepticon symbol stickers that go on his shoulders. That's super dumb, so we're not going to put them on there because they are the dumbest thing. On the bright side, you do get a couple of, I believe, Blendtron symbols on here if you want to put stickers on his shoulders. I don't see why Unicron would have symbols on his shoulders in his robot mode, so F that noise. Let's instead work on his crotch. His crotch has 3 stickers, and that's something that I think I'm okay with. So, Unicron, man, from Transformers Prime. I was not sure we'd see a figure of him. Granted, this is a Takara Tomy piece, I mean, piece of what? I'm not sure. It depends on your opinion on the figure in question. It is definitely a weird toy. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what to say in the review of it, because it's kind of like the same problem I have with reviewing Ultimate Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon, is there are aspects of this toy I absolutely love, and there are a lot of problems with it that I find I can overlook because of the aspects I love. This is kind of like also like Ultimate Optimus Prime, in that Gaia Unicron is the kind of toy where if you need to be told why you need to get it, then you're probably not going to want to get it, because this is a toy where you're going to watch a review on this mostly just to hear someone talk about it and get some insight, but I wouldn't watch a review on this guy hoping to hear why or why not you should buy it, because this is one of those toys where your first impression is probably going to be your end impression. If you think this is a stupid-looking, dumb idea, and you don't know why anyone made it, that's probably how you're going to feel about it once you get it. It's one of those toys that is proudly weird. It's boldly and unabashedly strange, and it makes no qualms about being weird in your face. And I'm not trying to say that, like, then so roguish, artistic types are going to enjoy it for its eccentricities. No, it's either going to click with you or it's not. Like, do you like the idea of a Unicron who's made from a big chunk of glowing rock? Do you like the idea of Unicron who turns into a cape for Megatron or Optimus Prime that is not explained in any way, shape, or form, as far as I know? I haven't heard of any revelations from the back of his box. I couldn't read the back of his box because, it was the wrong day of the week for me to understand the Nihongo. So that's kind of how I feel about this dude in a capsulized form. I would say if you think he looks goofy and you want to have reasons not to like him, you're going to end up overlooking a lot of those reasons and probably getting this guy anyway, because, you're weird like the rest of us who enjoy him. And these crotch stickers are not being too troublesome. I wasn't sure how well they were cut, but they seem to be adhering to the surface pretty decently. The nice thing about Unicron's plastic is that it has kind of like, a lot of it at least, has a grain molded into it that, well, for one, I think helps the stickers get a few surfaces to grip onto, but most importantly, helps this guy's vac metal chrome not look like the usual kind of vac metal chrome that I really don't like, which is smooth and shiny. It's got this real rigid feeling to it and a lot of grain to it, which is really cool. Number one, it means that there's more surfaces for the light to play off of, and number two, it means that if you chip something, since it's not a big smooth surface, chips in his chrome do not stick out like a sore thumb, because I barely notice any at all. And I have been grinding this guy's chrome because of his cape mode with Megatron. His chrome is ground against, if you have Darkness Megatron, even more chrome. So, big time risk taker. That's who I am. Now, I have got to do up this dude's toes. And I think it's 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, I get it. So we're going to go in reverse order. Now, I hear that these stickers are kind of annoying. I guess we'll find out in a sec, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly, they still cannot be annoying as some of the other ones we've tackled in Transformers Prime so far. But we'll find out. Hopefully, you guys can clearly see what I'm doing here, too. Which is darkening the foot of the dark one. Alright, so there's a seam line right there to follow. And that piece is all smooth, so this should go on like this. I think I figured out a science for doing this. I do the wide back part first, then work your way forward, because that's where this little block here is where the stickers cut around, and it's got a well, it's not a wheel well, but it's the same science, a curve that you can form fit it to, and then if you work your way this way, you can crunch the sticker down into the surfaces with not too much resistance on the part of the aforementioned sticker. This looks like this wraps around the front a little bit. I hope that that lines up alright with whatever the accompanying sticker is. We'll find out actually next. 'Cause that's what I want to do next, is put the accompanying sticker on this piece. Let's give it a try, ladies and gentlemen. These stickers, there's a hell of a lot of stuff in the way of these stickers, I gotta say. I've already moved his chrome leg armor out of the way, but just the sculpt of the foot, like, this is all one piece. There's no way to move that chunk in the middle out of my way. And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna change my vantage point. That being my toothpick vantage point. Because there is another curve in here I can follow. Alright, I think we're matched up in here. Can you see what's happening? Yeah, you can. That's good. Unfortunately, the nature of matching these things up means that this stuff, due to how the stickers are cut, it totally does not meet at the top of the foot. So the effect, I find, is a bit strange. You know what, I want to retry this. I want to retry this in a way where I know it's hitting the base of the toe. Because we've got... Whoa! I almost dropped a sticker sheet and I caught it. That's what that was. Congratulate me later. I feel like on the inner sticker here, I want to match this up to the tip. Because matching it up to the inside curve of the foot led to me having sticker that ended up underneath his standing space. And that's just not cool. That's downright uncool, in fact. Alright, let's give this another try. Ooh boy. These stickers are quickly proving to be some of the worst. Oh wow, these are bad. Okay. Well, now we've learned. There are still more horrible sets of stickers to discover in the Arms Micron line. Gaia Unicron's toes are setting a new standard of dumb. Seriously, why would you have your sticker overlap like this? That is the dumbest thing. Oh, this is like sound wave levels of dumb. I'm gonna have to glue the front of this really. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, well, now we know how the rest of this V-build's gonna go, don't we? Let's do one more of these toes. Sticker number 20 on the inner part of this side. Man, that was dire. Dire. Come on, Gaia Unicron. Your girth is not playing nice with my camera setup. So there's also cuts that match some of this top accordion ridging. I should just say staircase ridging. I think that might be on these inner stickers, a much better place to match things up. You get a little bit of overlap on the ridge there, but that's okay. Because it seems like they are playing nice with where the base of the foot is. The toe length, however, is the dumbest thing. But we've already learned that. Sometimes, I don't know. There's something about these kind of stickers where it's kind of like the fun of the sticker is taken away by the meticulous attempt to wrap it around a bit of sculpted detailing, or, you know, an entire ambulatory extremity, where you just kind of go like, let's just paint that and put more stickers on the flat surfaces on his body, like the parts that are not a pain in the patoot to apply a sticker to. Like, that would be real cool. And then Uncle Takara Tomy is like, ha, real cool. You are such an American, Mr. Gaijin. And I'm like, hey, the last time I was in Japan, people thought I was a local. A very dumb local. I was off shot for a whole while there, I'm sure. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I will have spoken words with my technical team about our shot layout on this particular V build. Are you kidding me? This is not. The sticker's just cut poorly, man. Oh well. Because it feels like it's cut to follow this ridge, because there's such a pronounced ridge. but then when you get to stuff like up here, it just feels like it was cut differently back there. So the total effect of this sticker is like there's an orange line running down the front of his foot. I don't know. I suppose one can excuse that to some degree as being like, oh, it's a vein of skin charring magma. But I don't know if I want to be quite so charitable to that approach. We're going sticker number 18 now. Goody goody. So these outermost toe stickers seem to not play too nice, but the innermost toe sticker with the square bit of detailing to fit around it, that seems like the most logically cut sticker for these toe stickers. The rest of these toe stickers are a bunch of no good, dirty toe stickers. Sticking toes and stuff, like a bunch of jerks. It's getting kind of Quentin Tarantino in here. I'll change the subject, but I have 4 more of these things to pile in, so I don't know. Kill Bill Volume 2, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually, Volume 1 had some of that kind of stuff, too. 10-minute long scene called Wiggle Your Big Toe. I mean, come on, man. Subtlety. Have some. Okay, I think that we've got this stuff in place. This went on a bit nicer than the other outer toe sticker. So, there is always that. Let's see if I can maneuver this guy into a more charitable position. So, Gaia Unicron. Curious how many folks watching this went for this guy, and how many folks have enjoyed him. I know that there's a lot of folks who haven't enjoyed this guy. I know there's a lot of folks who hastily canceled pre-orders upon seeing some first impressions on this guy. Personally, I'm kind of happy I stuck with my pre-orders. As I said, this dude's faulted, but there's something insane about him that I kind of find fun. Like he's just a very Japanese super robot-y toy. Like, I mean, Unicron, toe, Megatron, no Gatai da kind of stuff. Like, why would you? Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. I was so bummed to not find any kind of associated written prose fiction from the back of a piece of packaging or a TV magazine that explained to some degree why the blazes Unicron is combining with anybody, especially in Transformers Prime. Who knows? I mean, as of this recording, we've got 2 episodes of Season 2 of Prime left to go. Maybe, in hindsight, I'll be looking at this and just laughing as I'm like, oh, I never realized that blah 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 from the finale of Prime Season 2, or blah 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 from the beginning of Prime Season 3, and then we will all be laughing, including me. And the only one who'll be losing out is the me of right now. The me of October 2012, the one who got sidled with being a doofus. And trying to make semi-predictive jokes. The tip of the toe on this is such BS. Let me tell you a thing or two. Oh, I should just stop caring about it, but I want it to be perfect. And it looks so dumb now. I'm gonna have to superglue that together. Before I perhaps at some point just tear all the stickers off and paint it. That's gonna happen. Hey, me, whatever happened to painting that Kamen Rider Skull figure eyes? Well, as of this recording, I can mention, part of the reason why that never got painted to date is because it's not with me at all out here. It's on the West Coast, and I'm not. So, oh man, we've got a minute of time left on this. Let's just slap these down. And, you know what? This is going to be a whole bunch of the same. This is going to be a whole bunch of me putting these stickers on this guy's toes. And I think I'm going to make the executive decision that we've seen enough. So let's just spin on to some even crazier stickers. Just go. Spin on. Spin on. Get. I'm tired of this. Go. And so we enter the final stage of the Unicron V-build and a return of Energon crystals which aren't on round things. I don't like this. This isn't like how I remember my Energon crystals. My Energon crystals are on round things. So I don't like this at all. So here's one of the other dopey things about Gaia Unicron. Number one, he turns into a loincloth and a bit of chest armor. But also, his Energon crystals in this armor, which is for the combined form, all have Decepticon symbols on them. Now, he can combine with Optimus Prime or Megatron, but these all have Decepticon symbols. These should have all had that Blendtron symbol, because I mean they give you two little bonus stickers with that symbol. They are clearly aware that that symbol is a thing. Why put these Decepticon symbols inside here? I do not get it. So, you know, whatever, guys. I'll play your little game for now. On the bright side, I actually really like doing these Energon crystal stickers, because they slide into place really happily. In general, they're a bit of a pleasure to apply, and if they don't go in super smooth, you're putting a big crystal right in on top of them that pushes them down and flattens them out. So it's a win-win, in my opinion. Let's get this in here. Ooh. These are a bit trickier because the hole does not perfectly match the sticker. There's a flat surface for the sticker, but it's got some give room around it, which you know, I don't know how I feel about that. That's not how my dad's Energon crystals came together, and you know, I'll have to consider my options here. But this is a super combo, 3 shapes, 1 color Energon crystal kind of deal. So I guess that Unicron is a giant Arms Micron. I mean, this all feels like some kind of weird throwback to Armada that I'm not entirely getting, but I think I'm starting to piece together. And you know, if there was anything written to go with this, it would help me greatly. I haven't seen anything written anywhere. And I'm hoping it's not a case of it's written but nobody's thought to translate it, because if that's the case, I'm gonna get on someone's case. Or if it has been translated and no one's written it down anywhere else and I have to go digging for stuff, it's like, come on, people. It's right there. Anyway, that's this piece done. Let's go to the crazier piece, which is the giant cape and pair of enormous spiked shoulder pads. This is supposed to be a giant cape. That's one thing I love about it. Also, it's got stickers specially made for this, with sculpted details specially made for the giant cape mode. Like, this is kind of crazy and kind of awesome. So that's where that's again, like all that stuff I was saying about a reason why someone would enjoy Gaia Unicron is the ability to enjoy something nuts like this that does not necessarily seem to want to play nice with sticker application. Come on here, guy. I'm trying to help you out and present you nicely to the world, and here you are ruining my special day. I could find a dozen Unicrons like you out on the street. I'm trying to make you a star, so you do what I tell you. There's also a whole lot of sculpted detail that matches up with the contents of this sticker, and I would like to toothpick in as much of it as possible, but we'll see what's feasible once I get this thing laid down. So I know there are also a couple of little holes back here. I don't want to squeeze it into those, but stuff like this round bit, ooh, I think this is going together. I don't know. Let's make a go of it, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Okay, so some of these lines are playing real nice. Some of these lines not so much. Yep. Come on. Show me your money. What's also great is this sticker that I'm working on, as far as I can tell, never really shows up in the combined mode because there's a dude standing in front of it. Like, you'd have to be looking not just sort of behind whoever this is combined with, but also, like, down and below between their legs. Like, why would you ever? I don't know. But, you know, you have the option to now. with fully sculpted detail awaiting underneath. I've completely lost track of what I've toothpicked in and what I haven't. You know what I should try? I should try a Q-tip. I wonder if a Q-tip would catch some of this. I mean, the Arms Micron stickers are generally not tough enough to really catch on to any of that, but let's give a Q-tip a try. I know I just bumped the camera. I hope it's not too badly out of whack. There we go. Let's see what this does. Whoop. This might be doing all of precious nothing. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the end result I'm getting here. But, oh well, I tried. So yeah, there, we got a weird metallic sticker for the inside of that mess. Who knows? Let's do these other inner stickers, and then we'll be done with this V-build. So, the way these work is okay, sticker 11 is here. So that goes up in here. Now, these also match with some sculpted detail inside these things, which, again, is just weird. It is simply weird. So, we'll have a go of this. I'm not sure why this stuff's all red. Maybe it's an homage to something else I'm missing, like that time that Optimus and Megatron wore capes in that one piece of artwork that goes around all the time, where they're like dukes of Transformers or something like that. But on the bright side, this does, feasibly, I don't know what this is going to look like when it's all done, because I haven't actually seen that many pictures that have all this stuff stickered in. But ideally, once this is all done, this will add like that extra little sense of special to the totally insane and love 'em or hate 'em combined modes. And ideally, that means that it'll just feel more like something out of a crazy anime, like some kind of just big time nuts super mode. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because this is some very focused area work that I'm doing here. Yeah, let's do something like this. Hopefully this camera angle will not get totally screwed over as soon as the next sticker goes down, but let's give it a try. Sticker 10. Yeah, this cape mode, like if I were to ramble about it for a bit, as far as I can tell, this is literally a cape made of Unicron and his big chrome shins as shoulder pads. You also plug his big spiky rock arms in here as, like, I guess lower hanging bits of Unicron. It's a really interesting mode, because there is actually a lot of engineering devoted to this mode. Like, a surprising amount of engineering. It's not like they just added, like, oh, here, let's put a peg on this and then just fold him using his robot mode posability and we'll call it a day. Like, I think there's an oddly, largely thought out amount of engineering that goes with this mode, considering how throwaway its ability to connect to Optimus or Megatron feels in execution. It's very odd. It's like they designed this entire mode and then, like, finished and we're like, yeah, we designed this cape mode. We're early lunch break for everybody. Yeah. And then, like, they got it into production almost, and they're like, all right, let's combine this with Optimus and Megatron. How's it gonna work? Everyone looked at each other and we're like, oh, right, we forgot to figure that part out, and then hastily worked out these giant shoulder pads. It's weird. I originally would be saying, like, that the connections this thing tries to use to connect to Megatron don't even work, but I have since discovered, thanks to an insert in the box I'd missed, there's an extra step unique to the Gaia Megatron transformation where you move around some of the underhanging bits that form Unicron arms. Unicron arms? Unicron's possessive arms. And once you discover and manipulate those, everything makes a little bit more sense. There's a little bit more clearance. The way that Megatron combines to this is still some pretty big legit BS, but it's a lowercase BS rather than uppercase BS, because it actually works once you do move that stuff around. Namely, Unicron's underhanging arms, you're moving them from being in this peg hole over to being in this peg hole. That gives the extra clearance for, and I'm not kidding you here, for Voyager Megatron's shoulder pads with all their spikes to serve as a makeshift C-clip with this giant rod here. Yeah. And then Darkness Megatron has shoulder pads that are covered in vac metal chrome. The things these things are connecting to are covered in vac metal chrome. All I'm going to say is that I have now kind of, I guess, unintentionally tested the durability of the vac metal chrome of both Darkness Megatron, or sorry, Megatron Darkness, and Gaia Unicron, and I can say that they're both quite impressive, because the chrome is still there, even though I spent several minutes grinding these things together like some kind of car robots. It's the year 2000 and your Japanese Transformers are expensive nightmare. Because car robots had lots of chrome as well, chrome that was famously difficult to deal with at times, especially on Fire Convoy, him and his chrome chest that was so easy to chip. I remember that was when I was on my very first message board experiences, reading up on how to use nail polish to give a clear coat to his chrome, and feeling real silly, because it was the year 2000, so I was like 16, and I was like, "Mom, I need to borrow your nail polish because I gotta put it on my toy." She's like, "Ugh." Yeah, it's kind of like when I'm talking to Kryn nowadays, and I'm like, "Hey, Kryn, I need to borrow your nail polish to put it on my toy." She's like, "Ugh." Actually, I kind of made part of that up. I've never used Kryn's nail polish for a toy. Yet. Working on it. I actually don't know where I would use nail polish. I was thinking I might need to, like, put some kind of coating on the vac metal on this guy and Megatron Darkness, but having actually messed with them, I've found that they're pretty durable. I don't think they need it. Again, I think that might be thanks to the texturing on these guys. But I guess we'll see in the long run. I just feel like connecting this guy to Megatron Darkness is the best stress test I could hope to achieve for the vac metal on these dudes. And I'm not sure if there's really anything else to be done in that regard. Alright, we got this put together. So yeah, there's your chrome sticker coloring for the inside of the cape mode. That's a lot less exciting than I was expecting it to be. I thought there was going to be like a cooler overall effect. That's some real milquetoast level stuff going on there. Oh, well, let's finish up this V-build. Let's stick down some more stickers and let's ramble some more Unicron. So yeah, this dude's also expensive at import, isn't he? Like, I see a lot of the usual suspects are needing to charge like in upwards of like $70 for this guy, and that's a rough price to pay. Very rough price to pay. But there's Arms Micron is just a lot of rough prices to pay. I mean, like, I always remember at TFCon this year, people were readily paying $40 a pop for the Arms Micron Viacon. And people were happy with it. So, I personally wouldn't feel super cool paying that much for an Arms Micron Deluxe. I'm not getting any kind of premium paint job. I'm getting cool stuff. I mean, the Microns are awesome, but $40 for Deluxe. I know that you factor in shipping and whatnot, and you get a price like that out of Japan. But at that point, I'm kind of like, well, if you know you want it, you should probably just get it from Japan at that point. But that's for folks who hang off the internet all the time, like myself. I know that it's a different case for like the fans who are mostly buying this stuff when they go to a convention, like a local show, and otherwise are not really actively engaged in running around online and importing toys from other countries, which is actually really better for them in the long run, because that's a whole world that can just hurt. It can be pain, it can be suffering. I think I figured out a much better way to do the indenting on this particular sticker rather than its brother on the other side. I feel bad for that one over there. I really gaffed that one up. But I don't know. Those of you watching who have gotten into Arms Micron, if you feel cool paying that premium, let me know why. I'll read it. I read all the comments. I don't respond to lots of comments these days, but I do read them all, because all comments made get emailed to me. So I have records. Well, I actually delete them after I read them, but I have soft records of comments. Sometimes it's funny because I'll read a comment in an email, and I'll be like, wow, that dude was crazy. I should go and see if there's any responses to it in the beta comment threads in the thing. And I go there and I just see comment deleted. And I sit there going like, man, I wonder if that dude knows that I have an email copy of the comment. Like now, if one of you dudes who delete comments are watching, now you know that once you make it, I technically got an email of it. So I don't know if that is messing with your sense of creative privacy or not. Honestly, it shouldn't. It's not like I do anything with them. I'm not cool enough to write down funny comments and showcase them everywhere, because that's a whole bunch of spare time that I'd rather spend doing other stuff, like videotaping myself putting stickers on a cooler. Yeah, no, it's cooler. I know it's cooler, and that's what really matters. Oh, this is such a joy when these stickers line up with the sculpted detail. It is a legit minor mental high. Granted, I don't do much substance abuse, so this just might be the fact that I'm a nerd, but I really like it when this stuff comes together. I almost had a comic book. I guess it's late. A combination of toothpicking the detail down, then Q-tipping all the flats down afterwards. That feels good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with Gaia Unicron and his silly, silly modes. So thank you for watching, and hopefully someday in the next, 5 years, you'll see a video by myself showing this thing attached to a dude as shoulder pads. It's nuts. It's weird. It uses a lot of ball joints, which feels very early 2000s, actually. Like all these ball joints that you're just kind of like swiveling into place and hoping that they make sense. Anyway. Yeah, look, it's Gaia Unicron. Remember him from Transformers Prime? Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know what I'm going to do with these Blendtron stickers, but I'll just keep them in my drawer for now. Gaia Unicron, V-Build dead. V-Build lives are still upcoming. In fact, there might be one right after this. I don't know. We'll find out. Ho!